Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sims Racing Magazine here at Pocono Raceway this evening. Presented by Oil Hancocks, Oil Can Hancocks. Check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. Dewey, here we are, buddy. We're back here at Pocono on a Monday night. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to get this rolling here at Pocono. We got the trucks going around this place. Should be a good race. Last night was really exciting. A lot of drama there towards the end, and a lot of those guys are back here for the second night this week, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to have a blast. Looks like they have 25, 26 drivers tonight competing for the BA Graphics NMNTS Pole Award this evening. Should be pretty exciting. We're getting ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start qualifying here shortly. Stand by for a brief moment and we'll get her going. Again, we're sponsored by Oil Can Hancocks tonight. Check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. Shop using the promo code Thunder17 for Monday Night Thunder tonight. Looks like we're giving something away tonight also, and hopefully we can flash that up on the screen a little later.
While we have a down moment here, Tom, I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been tuning in. We've been having a blast over here. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody who's subscribed on YouTube. If you have not done so, please do that. Like the video. That helps us out a lot. Check us out on Facebook, No Breaks TV. Check out the NMNTS. They are on Facebook as well. Kind of keep up with what's going on in the league and all the series that they run and the points and everything. That is a good way to keep up to date with those guys, is on Facebook. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything of the sort, you can always contact them on Facebook, or you can send us a message on Facebook as well if you have any questions for us in the broadcast booth. But nonetheless, we want to say welcome to the broadcast, and we hope that you guys like what you are watching and you will continue to tune in as we are having a blast doing this. And we should get rolling here shortly, Tom, and I'm definitely looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, me too. The tricky triangle, they call it here at Pocono. 3 long straights with 3 turns in between. You got turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. The longest straightaway in NASCAR right now, the front stretch of Pocono. It's going to be a lot of fun. See if these guys can use some of the draft and are able to get through everything, get through the corners. You know, sometimes you can get into 1 or 2 wide, but the big thing we're going to see from the drivers tonight, Dewey, is shifting throughout the race. Many of these asphalt races in the ovals, you don't need to get out of 4th gear. But we're going to see some drivers using 3rd gear tonight, as well as win the corners and on exit to see if they can't keep the RPMs up, get a little bit of better jump off the turns.
And another thing, patience will play a big key into this track as well, as you can get into a lot of trouble and not a lot of time here, especially if you watched Sunday's race, the Monster Energy Series here. You saw Matt Kenseth get spun out early there, Tom, and that's just a lack of patience by those guys trying to get too much on lap 1. You don't see that very often in NASCAR, a big old pile up on lap 1, but I think that's just kind of a product of this track. If you drive it in too hard, you're going straight up towards the wall. And if there's somebody above you, it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, I do. We always get that with them late race cautions. Always potential for a further pile up moving on the restarts like we kind of saw last night. One of those things. It happens. It's part of racing. It'll be interesting to see how this one adds up. We got plenty of different drivers out here with some pretty cool paints, so we're going to have a lot of fun tonight, Dewey.
We definitely are. I'm looking forward to it. Looks like qualifying getting ready to start up here. If I heard race control right, it's going to be 1 lap for qualifying. And I believe 1 lap's a good choice. It's a big track. I know that 2 laps can seem like an eternity out there by yourself. So it kind of helps these guys, you know, dial in and really try and get the most out of just that 1 lap that they're granted to run for qualifying.
Yeah, definitely do. We're gonna get a lot of trucks out here. I think we're gonna get 2 or 3 trucks out on the track qualifying at one time tonight while they go through it. We got a nice big track, so other cars on the track aren't gonna hurt it as long as they're spaced out pretty good.
So just trying to get a little bit of early head start here. The 69, that is John Barron. He is not going to take the qualifying time. So he elects to start at the tail.
So it looks like we're gonna have the first car out tonight. Looks like the 31, Josh Sturge, will be running the first qualifying lap this evening. Doesn't look like he had time to put up a practice lap in practice tonight. Here he comes now. He should be moving out to the track here shortly, dude. It's going to be a lot of fun watching these guys, see how they get around, see if they can control. Especially that tunnel turn, pretty exciting. Getting through there, holding your speed, and everything about this track is about momentum off the corners.
Now I'll be curious to see how it all plays out. If you're watching the last time that we broadcasted the trucks at Eldora, that was full of excitement. So we'll see how this one goes here tonight at Pocono.
Looks like we got 31 and 2 on the track right now at the same time.
Josh Sturgill will be the first one to take a time. DJ Hargrove will be quickly behind him.
There we go. Looks like 31 is able to take the green flag lap. He's coming down into turn 1, approaching 181 miles per hour upon entry. Looks like he's able to come through turn 1 okay, drifts a little high, coming out to the wall, keeps her straight, moving down the back stretch. Comes the 31, Josh Sturgill moving his way through turn 3. He'll be coming out on the exit. Drifts it out to the high side, maintains momentum. Stays in 4th gear. He's coming up to the start finish, and he finishes with the 55.86 quick time.
Compare that to the quick time in practice, the 54.478. So that time is off the pace from practice, but we'll see what everybody else is able to hit here, and you just get one lap. .55.674 for DJ Hargrove. He is currently quick time.
Right now we got number 59, David Levine from DLR Racing out on the track.
Also the 99 of Ronald White will be on the track. Another quick little insight from race control, the 27 car, Chase Stewart. He will also forfeit a qualifying time here tonight. David Levine taking the green here, 59 truck.
Roger that. Go ahead. You got time. Here we go on the track now. David Levine, number 59. Got him coming up the backstretch at the moment. Carrying some good speed into the tunnel turn. He'll come out high after exiting and see what he can come up with here. Coming into turn 3, back on the gas hard.
David Levine gets to 55.564.
I'm jumping on board, dude, with Gordon Larson Jr. He's just now coming out on the track for his warm-up lap.
Well, White crosses the stripe forward quick, 55.986.
Double zero Gordon Larson Jr. was able to put up a 55.42 in practice session earlier. Let's see what he ends up with coming out. He's going to be coming out of turn 3 here shortly, picking up the green.
Gordon Larson very loose coming out of the turn there.
Yeah, that's going to hurt his momentum a little bit, Dewey, coming back to the green to take the green flag for his one-lap qualifying run. Looks like he's able to get it down into turn 1 pretty good, though, coming in at about 175 miles per hour.
Blake Malone comes across quick time, 55.212.
Got Gordon Larson coming out of turn 3 right now. Dewey's down to the bottom, getting back to the throttle, easing back into it. Comes up next to the wall, drifts it up, and here comes across the checker. And they'll finish with a 56.14. I think what troubled him is on his warm-up lap there. He got a little loose coming out of turn 3 and was tough. Struggled to get that momentum back coming up down the long straightaway. So key in the qualifying when you're only able to put up one lap, Dewey. Got to take advantage of that warm-up lap.
You got to get the most out of it in one lap. No mistakes. 12 truck, Corey Walters taking the green. And also Jason Alexander taking the green here for his qualifying lap.
Yeah, he drives it down in turn 1 pretty hard, Dewey. He's hanging on to her, coming up off the corner and drifts it out by the wall and backing the throttle hard coming down the backstretch. Here's where it gets tricky, those of you listening right now. Coming through that tunnel turn, really tough to hang on to that and take some good speed going through. If you even come close to brushing the rumble strips, it's going to want to throw you out towards the wall.
Corey Walters coming across, hitting 55.380.
Jason Alexander picking up the checkers, and he comes in at 55 with an 86.
'75 Terry Mason taking the green flag for his qualifying run here. Let's see if we can't get the current quick qualifier, Blake Malone, up here in the booth with us.
As you're working on that, Dewey, right now I'm riding around with the No Brakes TV, No Brakes Television Silverado in the number 24 truck, Alan Westman. It looks like he's coming to the green to take his lap now.
Unfortunately, unable to catch up with Blake currently. See if we might be able to get him a little later.
Right now on the track too, we got the 24, Alan Westman out of Disney, Minnesota. He's running our 24 No Brakes TV Silverado tonight. He's got her pinched down in the tunnel turn. He's got some good momentum going on. He's looking like a pretty speedy lap coming up here, Dewey. See if he can maintain the speed and hold the momentum going through turn 3. He's got her down to the bottom. Back to the throttle early. Lets it come out to the wall, and I don't know, looks pretty quick. Here, let's see what he ends up with. $55.12, currently on the pole position for the number 24, Alan Westman.
David, he's on the track currently. Also out on the track with him, the 34 is Ryan Broderick. Ooh, 34 into the wall. That's going to end his qualifying lap.
That's
Ryan Broderick back.
He was pretty quick last night. We had him in the ARCA series last night. He was definitely in the class of the field last night before we got into all the shenanigans at the end of the race, but it was pretty exciting. So let's see if he can do the same. Last night he started from the back as well. So let's see if he's going to be equally as quick tonight, or he's going to have to start in the rear of the package this evening also.
Definitely some tough luck for him the past 2 nights, but we'll see if we can't get it all together here.
In the meantime, we've got Craig Lerman in the number 43. Out on the track.
And caught up here, Alan Westman, the current quick qualifier. Alan, how did your truck feel out there to grab that quick time?
It felt pretty good out there, Dewey. Got a fast no brakes racing truck tonight. Hopefully I can get the job done.
Yeah, good lap, Alan. Fun watching you go around. The paint looks good. Congrats on the lap. And anybody you want to thank tonight? You got anybody out there watching?
Yeah, my dad, Rob. Hey, Dad. And I'd like to thank you guys up in the booth for doing such a good job and the nice fancy truck I'm driving.
All right, appreciate it. Hopefully we get another interview with you at the end of this race tonight, Alan. Looking forward to talking to you again.
Me too, Tom. Thank you.
Alan Westman still quick time.
Craig Lerman in the 43. He's going to be coming up for his... Coming through. It looks like he's coming... Just made her through the tunnel turn. He'll be coming up to turn 3 here shortly, Dewey. Looks like he's carrying quite a bit of momentum also going into turn 3. Should be interesting to see if he can hang on to her and keep that momentum built as he comes through the corner. Doesn't come down as low as some of the other drivers. He's keeping her high through the corner. He holds on to it coming off, comes up near the wall, and let's see how he ends up.
He takes quick time, 54.840, the first truck to break into the 54s.
Yeah, Joey, going back and look at practice times, I think there was only about 4 or 5 trucks, 6 trucks that were able to stay in the 54s through practice. That should be interesting to see what they come up with coming up here.
Brian Hartford in the 71 takes up second quick, 55.032. Christopher Matthews in 92 on the track currently.
Also got the 88 that just took the green flag on his. He's followed by Quality Goods Hancock's oil can tonight in the BA Graphics truck. Pretty sharp looking paint job, if I don't say so, Dewey. Oh, he kisses the wall coming on turn
Bradley
one. That's
Wilson
going to
in the
do it.
wall. He's got his work cut out for him here tonight. Having to start towards the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm riding here with Andrew Cardinal with Ford in Designs Weebly.com 81 Silverado. The 81 will be coming out of turn 3 here to take his green flag shortly, ladies and gentlemen. 92 in the meantime.
Across the stripe. You got third quick, Tommy V. 55.053. Not a bad lap for Christopher Matthews.
81 Andrew Cardinal. We found him in later in the race last night, mixing it up as well in the Arctic Series race we had at Kentucky. Let's see if he has some of the same abilities. Get started up near the front tonight. Looks like he's got some pretty good momentum going on coming out of turn 1.
Yeah, he definitely came on strong last night. See if he can follow it up again here tonight.
Plenty of speed held through the tunnel turn. Let's see if he can hold on to it. Looks like he's got a pretty racy truck going on. Entered turn 3 at 176 miles per hour. Drives it down to the bottom, gathers his throttle coming out, exits high up by the wall and back in as hard as he can go. Quite the lap by 81
gets quick time, 54.671.
Yeah, we got tonight for the pole award winner, the BA Graphics NMNTS pole award. I wonder who's going to take that tonight. We got some fast cars yet to qualify, Dewey, but at the same time, there are a lot of close times out there. Nobody looked really dominant in practice tonight as far as running away with top speeds.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, it'll be just tough to see, Dewey, if we're able to see any of them go through and if they can try to get too much out of it in this one qualifying lap. They kissed the wall once. That kind of does it to them.
Caught up here with current quick time. Andrew, that was a great lap. How'd your truck feel out there?
Oh, it feels awesome. I honestly can't believe I went out and set that lap.
Looking to see and excited to see if this will hold up. What was the track like? Did you feel tight, loose? What did you think?
Well, in last week's race in Indianapolis with the B car, I made the reference to the fixed official races. I'll do the same tonight and say that if you ran C fixed this past week at Pocono, this is a lot tighter. Or, well, I shouldn't say tighter. It's a lot more grippy. The track's a lot cooler than in C fixed, so there's a lot more grip. You can really commit to the gas a lot sooner. So we could see if you guys get up into the wall out of, I'd say, turns 1 and 2 for sure. If they're getting a little too liberal with the gas, but I think if you noticed how loose the truck was out of turn 3 in C fixed, that's kind of gone away. There's a lot more grip and you can really get to the gas. So we might see better racing, closer racing. I'm not totally sure, but it does feel a lot better than it did in C fix, and there's just a lot of grip on this track right now.
That sounds good, Andrew. We like to see a lot of grip, tighter, closer racing, a lot more excitement. Just want to say good job on that lap, and hopefully that'll stand up and you'll take home the pole award tonight. If not, we're looking forward to seeing you finish in the top 3 so we can get another interview with you later.
Yeah, I really hope to be here in this same place with you guys after the race. It'd be a great break and really good to help out my hunt campaign this year.
Perfect. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, as always, TN Designs, Pit Stop Insider, David Levine Racing, also WE40 and Diamond Gusset Jeans. They are both associated with the team now. And yeah, as always, you guys and NMNTS as well.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks a lot for the interview and good luck tonight.
Thank you. You guys have a good time watching this race.
Looks like that 54.67 still holding up, Dewey. Pretty quick lap going on there. We've got a few fast drivers yet to qualify, so it'll be interesting to see if this one can hold up. Looks like Mike Bruno finished with the 54.82 in the SimSpec TV truck. With a 54.82. Looks like his teammate Tyler Justice and also the stepson of Gordon Larson Jr. is getting ready to go to his lap.
.114 of Beasley will knock Mike Bruno off a second with a 54.817. Very close lap times for second and third there.
Yeah, great lap by Jared Beasley. He ran pretty well last night in qualifying, also in the Kentucky race, if I remember correct, last night in the ARCA series. So be interesting to see how he runs tonight. He's got a quick time up there. He's going to be pretty fast, finishing second on this qualifying lap. A few other trucks yet to go. We're winding down here, but it'll be interesting to see what we end up with, buddy.
Yeah, definitely a 78 truck, Cody West. He is currently on the track. Behind him could be the 85 of Zach Lindgren. And the 7 of Tyler Justice also entering the track.
See what Tyler can do tonight. Last night in the ARCA race, he got caught up in a little controversy at the end of the late restart last night and was unfortunately got into the rear of a couple cars. But let's see if he can hold on to his car again tonight and see how he qualifies. It'll be an interesting race. He's usually pretty fast out here. So that being said, let's see what he does. He's going to be coming to the green here as he comes out of turn 3 here momentarily and see if he can hold his momentum going through.
Definitely some stiff competition here as Andrew Cardinal put down a good lap. Everybody else pretty close. Let's see what Cody West brings across to strike. 54.754, second. Zach Lindgren, quick time, 54.567. Tyler Justice coming across the stripe, see if he can't nab quick time here. And he does, 54.553, Tyler Justice quick time.
That'll do it, Dewey.
BA
Tyler
Graphics
Justice
quick time
picks up the BA
for
Graphics
Tyler
NMNTS full award tonight. See if we can't pull him down and get a hold of him for an interview. That's going to wrap it up tonight, Dewey. We got all of our qualifiers through on the track with Tyler Justice taking the EA Graphics NMNTS Pole Award this evening.
There's a lot of trucks I feel like that were quick. They all had contact with the wall, unable to lay down a lap. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have roughly 4 minutes or so of a little break here before we get going green at Pocono. So this is a good time if you need to use the bathroom, get something to drink, something to munch on here. This would be the time to do it. As we get ready to roll here at Pocono, we got 60 laps around the Tricky Triangle. So we will be back with you all shortly here in the next couple of minutes, and we will get underway with the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder trucks at Pocono. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go green here, as the truck should start lining up on pit road. Everybody getting ready to go 60 laps around the Tricky Triangle. We'll give you a quick rundown here. Tyler Justice starts on the pole. Zach Lindgren on his outside. Second row, Andrew Cardinale and Cody West. 5th will be Jared Beasley. 6th is Mike Bruno. Then it's Craig Lehrman, Spence Thompson, Brian Hartford for Matthews, Alan Westman, Blake Falone, Chris Akers, Corey Walters, David Heiza, David Levine, but I believe David Levine's going to the tail, TJ Hargrove and Terry Mason, Jason Alexander, Josh Sturgill, Ronald White, Gordon Larson Jr., Aiden Young, PJ Popham, Bradley Wilson, Ryan Broderick, Chase Stewart, Jason Burgess, and John Barron should round out the field.
And here we go. Dewey's going to go around for a warm-up lap or 2. Just pulling away from the grid now.
The trucks are rolling here on the front straightaway at Pocono.
Looks like we're going to have 60 laps tonight, Dewey. You got any favorites this evening?
It's definitely hard to say. There's a lot of action, a lot of things happen towards the end of these races that make it extremely exciting. I'm going to try and go with someone from deep in the field, someone who had a good run last time we were out in the trucks. I'm gonna pick the 5 of Jason Alexander. See if he can't work his way up towards the front. He starts near the back and see if he can't get his truck up to the front. But all in all, I just want to see a good, exciting race, and I feel like the NMNTS always proves to be exciting. Every race that we have broadcasted so far has been spectacular.
Yeah, I definitely do. The NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series tonight, presented by MotorSims Racing Magazine. Pretty good group of racers. Always fun to watch. Looks like we got a SimSpec TV truck leading us to the pole. Again, tonight we're sponsored by Oil Can Hancocks. Go check them out online at www.oilhancocks.com. No matter where you might be headed, we got you covered, guaranteed. So go ahead and take a look at them. They're putting on a lot of gifts tonight, surprises for the drivers. Looking forward to a fun race. Again, a big thanks to No Brakes TV up in the booth. Tom Jenks running the cameras, getting us all set up tonight on short notice. Glad we were able to get in here when we can do. We look like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It should definitely be a lot of fun. Green flag in the air. Here we go.
Here we go. We got them all widened up, heading to the front, heading into turn 1, Dewey. A lot of momentum. Everybody packed up and stacked up. Looks like we got Tyler Justice maintains the lead. We got him wrecking in turn 1.
A lot of trucks involved. I see the 71 involved, the 11 also involved. Looks like the 62 with a lot of damage on his truck. '34 Ryan Broderick, a lot of damage on his truck. Mike Bruno in the 19, damage on his truck. Aiden Young in the 25 does a lot of damage.
Looked like the 78 was gotten into by the 19 and turned in sideways. And he was able to turn complete sideways in the middle of the quarter. You got those trucks behind him that just had nowhere to go.
Definitely a big shakeup here. Major crash on lap 1.
Looks like for the most part, the 24, Alan Westman was able to get through pretty clean until those cars came up in front of him. They bounced right over the top of him. It looks like he got hit in the right rear. A lot of cars will be headed to pit road tonight, Dewey, on this pit stop. Let's see what they can do to get their stuff fixed up. Early in the race, use your quick fix, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, the 88 truck's also got a lot of damage to him. Cody West in the 78, he has damage to his truck. He's on pit road. John Barron also down pit road.
Chris Akers also on pit road coming into his pit spot. He's got severe damage to the front of his truck.
Definitely a tough break for a lot of these guys. It's just nowhere to go, and it's hard to react whenever it's lap one. Everyone's just trying to get into a groove, and almost the whole track's covered with trucks. There's just not much you can do but hit the brakes, and hopefully the guy behind you doesn't plow into you and put you in the pile. We got a lot more trucks coming down pit road here again, trying to make as many repairs as they can before we get back underway. But luckily here at Pocono, it's a big enough track where pace car is going pretty slow and you can get a lot of repairs in before you go a lap down.
Yeah, that's for sure, Dewey. It takes them about a minute 45, minute 50 to get around track under pacing time. That's going to give these drivers plenty of time to get their cars and trucks fixed if they do get into some incidents and get those guys on pit road are going to be earning their paychecks today with this early crash out of turn one.
And as we were saying earlier, patience is definitely key here. You have to be patient to work your way through the field. And that was not the example of patience. So quick top 5 rundown. Tyler Justice in first, Andrew Cardinale second, Zach Lindgren in third, Jared Beasley up to fourth, and Spence Thompson up to fifth. I tell you, had a good first lap. That's the 31 truck of Josh Sturgill. Started in 20th. He is now 7th.
Yeah, lucky draw,
able
able to get
moves
through that accident clear, Dewey. That's one of those big things. Got quite a few drivers that have capitalized from that, it looks like. You got the 24th place starting car, the 32 PJ Popham. He's moved up to 12th. The 19 in the 19th position 5 car of Jason Alexander, your pick, moved up to 11th, just about ready to crack top 10. We got Alan Westman, who held his position. He's running 10th in the 24 No Brakes TV car.
DJ Hargrove from 17th to 8th. Definitely a lot of guys who either had a mishap in qualifying or just didn't take a lap. Really took advantage of that, able to make some moves and put themselves up here towards the front.
Good thing for those drivers, if there is any kind of a positive out of it, Dewey, is those guys that are ending up now a lap or 2 laps down. We've got a lot of race left. 60 laps at Pocono is a long time of racing, so I'm willing to bet those two will be fighting to see who's going to be the lucky dog, because, you know, it would be nice, it would be interesting to see if we go caution-free from here on out, but the all likelihood of the chances aren't exactly very good for that happening. Not because these drivers can't do it, it's just, it's a long race, and people start moving side to side and getting in, their tires start getting worn out. It's a tough track to hold on to, a relatively flat track, so you don't have all the banking that you would in a normal oval and an asphalt oval to hold that car into the track as your tires get worn.
Definitely puts a good stress on the word tricky for the tricky triangle. So some guys that took big hits, Mike Bruno, he started in 6th. He is back to running 26th currently. Another one who took a pretty big hit, Cody West, he started in 4th. He is now 20th. Craig Learman, he started 7th. And he is now 22nd. So a lot of the top 10 guys had good laps. Got shuffled all the way to the back there from that big wreck.
Yeah, that's one thing that's tough too as a driver and been at this track before. Under cautions, it takes a long time to get around this track, and you're running 2, 3, 4 laps caution. It's tough not to get up on the edge of your seat when it's time to take the green again and really get after it. Try to, you get kind of bored sitting in the truck moving around this slow, especially this early in the race. So it'll be interesting to see how eager these guys are to get going when they come to the green flag again this time. Let's see if we can. Hopefully, the guys can get together and just hold their lines and stay patient, give a little give and take. It's an early race. We still got a long ways to go. We're going to have 55 to go when we come back to the green flag. So let's see what happens coming up here at the restart.
You'll have the 7 of Tyler Justice, the 81 of Andrew Cardinale leading you to the stripe. And hopefully we can make it through without any incident. And now you have a lot of trucks to watch coming from the back to the front. And a lot of these guys that started at the back are now at the front. I'm curious to see how this all plays out. That was definitely a big game changer, even though it was on lap 1. Pace car should be pulling down here. And we're back underway here at Pocono. They're already going 2 and 3 wide here.
Man, looks like we're able to get through turn 1 clean, Dewey, coming up here into the tunnel turn. Let's see if these guys can get back in line and make through single file. It's a tough turn to make, too wide.
Looks like everybody's surviving it so far.
Looks like we got a driver dipping off down the pit road in the Red Bull racing truck, Dewey.
Well, that is definitely bad news for him. Well, Tom, it seems like everybody's kind of settled in here, getting prepared for a long green flag run.
Yeah, definitely. Pocono is, although it's a long track, it's really tough to pass at this track. You really got to pick and choose at what points in this track you're going to try to pass. A lot of times in that long front stretch, which you got the longest straightaway in NASCAR, you get a chance to pick up a draft and get by somebody here and there, but you know what? It's tough to pass in the corners. A lot of the guys go down, if they protect that bottom line coming through the corners, especially turn 1, they're going to have a doggone good opportunity of maintaining their position. Don't look now, Dewey, but the 20th place starting truck of 31 of Josh Sturgill has made his way up to 5th place. Jared Beasley in the number 114 is running in 6th. They've got a pretty good battle going on right now. They're within a tenth of each other.
Yeah, Josh Sturgill definitely making some moves here right now as he was able to dodge that wreck, put himself in the top 10, and now he's cracked into the top 5. Next car in his sights, or truck, excuse me, is the 89 of Spence Thompson. Pretty good battle for 13th going right now. The 00 Gordon Larson. 92 Chris Matthews duking it out.
We got a good
Right
side-by-side
behind
battle
them.
right now for 15th and 16th as well, Dewey, with Brian Harford in the 71 truck. He's pulling up through the tunnel turn, getting by the 00. Is that Gordon Nelson? Big momentum out of the tunnel turn. It looks like he's going to drop to the bottom and challenge the 92. I think that is that Chris Matthews again?
That is, and Brian Hartford really coming on here. He was caught up in that accident, and his crew got his truck fixed, and he is definitely driving that thing towards the front. Another truck to watch. Mike Bruno, he restarted in 26th. He is up to 17th. He's challenging for 15th on the inside of Gordon Larson Jr. right now. And Bradley Wilson also had to start there towards the back. He's right there in the mix as well. Pretty good battle here in this pack. A lot of these really fast qualifying trucks are trying to make their way back through after the accident on lap 1.
Yeah, we got some pretty exciting racing going on back here. We've got a lot of good drivers back here holding their line, picking and choosing when they're going through. You know, we're not seeing a whole lot of bumping and banging, nobody getting impatient like we saw earlier. Just guys picking and choosing, taking the time and going through and making the changes what they can. So
most definitely.
looks like we have the
Mike
99
Bruno went
and Ronald
from 17th
White
to 13th on that last lap. So that 19 truck is definitely hooked up right now.
Yeah, definitely. We got a pretty grippy track here at Pocono tonight. You know, the external temp, it's only 72 degrees out, which is good for track temps. You know, that's only going to bring the track temp to about 80 degrees. You got the winds out of the south about 13 miles per hour. So these drivers are going to have a good opportunity to run for quite a long time. They can hold these trucks down through the corners pretty good with as sticky as it is and cool out as it is. You know, you take the time to look around here at Pocono out in the countryside of Pennsylvania. Very, very beautiful place surrounding this track. You know, it's got to be a lot of fun out there as a driver going through and then being able to visit for the weekend, come take a look around and walk around the countryside. But focusing back on the race again, looks like we're back here with Bradley P. Wilson and David Heise in the 17th position and Gordon Larson in the 18th. They're battling for position now.
It looks like there's going to be a battle shaping up here for the 4th position. Spence Thompson was caught by Josh Sturgill, who was caught by Jared Beasley. Jared Beasley down on the inside of the 31 of Josh Sturgill here. And that is a battle for 5th. As it sits currently, Tyler Justice has checked out 3 seconds over Andrew Cardinale, who sits in 2nd.
Early in the run, though, Dewey, we saw this last night with the 7 truck. Hopefully tonight, you know, he's able to take care of his tires. It looked like he got out quick, was really, really fast to start, but in the long run, he faded. It'll be interesting to see how his truck handles tonight here at Pocono, if he's able to hang on moving forward and doesn't lose as much time on the track. It looks like he's getting ready to come up on the lap traffic here pretty soon as well.
While that's going on, the battle for 10th is on. Corey Walters has it. Christopher Matthews, Brian Hartford, and Mike Bruno all right there trying to take it from him. Christopher Matthews looking down on the inside, but Corey Walters is going to be able to grab that line from him. But Brian Hartford is hanging tough on the outside. And the 71 gets into the wall. That's Brian Hartford. He's going to lose a couple of spots. A great battle for 10th shaping up here is Christopher Matthews all over the back of Corey Walters. Matthews with the power move on the outside. Mike Bruno going to follow along. Now the 12 truck is out of that small little draft you can get on the straightaways here, and he's going to fall back 2 positions.
Pretty good little group of cars up here. We got some pretty racy drivers up there, Dewey. Looking pretty good.
And Mike Bruno's going to get around Christopher Matthews, put himself into the top 10.
And we got the 71 going by the 12 on the high side for the 11th position. Corey Walters just looks like he lost a little bit of momentum there, but let's see if he can't get it back and mix it up with those guys.
It seems like Corey's just not getting through turn 1 any better. And it's actually going backwards the more that he tries. So he's going to have to try and make some adjustments here. As he was running in 10th. We're definitely on a long green flag run here. Everybody's settled in, starting to make their moves slowly but surely. But Tyler Justice is almost up about 4 seconds on his lead currently. His truck just seems to be fast and fast and fast. Maybe some issues brewing here for the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. And he has fallen way towards the back here. Not sure what's going on with Gordon.
Seems it is another member, I think, racing out of the same household tonight. Tyler Justice is also struggling with some connection issues too. Should be interesting to see. It looks like Tyler, he's checked out. He's way out there in front, but hopefully he can maintain his drive without losing connection and hold on to that first place.
Yeah, definitely one of the funny jokes that go through sim racing, how guys have, motor problems or internal issues, electrical, whatever you may have it. Sim world, that's just your connection. It looks like it's getting better and better for those guys, and hopefully they don't drop any connection. They can continue on racing.
Yeah, it looks like the electrical problems connect itself. Dewey, the 7 of Tyler Justice is just checked out. 4.5 seconds just about in front of the next driver. Looks like he's coming up on a lap car. Seems to be the number 78 of Cody West. He's right on his bumper. He's caught him. Let's see if see how wide Cody makes the truck to stay on the lead lap as long as he can.
Definitely a tough break for Cody West. He started in 4th, and now he's going a lap down. That early caution really hurt his chances here, as he's just going to let Tyler Justice go by. As long as he can stay either ahead of Blake Falone or stay right with Tyler Justice if he catches the 25 of Aiden Young, who's poised to be the next car lap down, he should be all right.
He should be in position for the lucky dog should we have a caution. And as I said that, I think I heard somebody kiss the wall back there. One thing about Pocono Deweys, we do get some strung out long green flag runs. Makes it fun for calling the race. Also makes it interesting to see. I'm going to go through and start checking some lap times, see if we're losing anything, if the leader's dropping off at all this race. So it looks like Tyler Justice turned his fastest lap of the race on lap 7 at 54.64. And here we are on lap 19.
Caution.
and he was running a 55-57, so he's in, you know, a good 12 laps with the caution in there, or 12 laps in there where he wasn't clocking timing because of electrical issues. Anyway, he'd end up dropping back a full 9/10. So these tires are going to start going away after about 15, 20 laps in these green flag runs. So it should be getting exciting to see if some of these drivers can hang on to them for these long runs. But with this caution, what's that going to do, Dewey? That's going to bring the field all back together. So we're going to get another restart here in a few laps.
It seems like the only thing that I can find that would cause that caution would be the 25 of Aiden Young, a little slow trying to get into the pit area, and that might have caused the caution to be thrown.
Yeah, that's going to cost him. Cody West is going to be in line for Lucky Dog, so he'll have an opportunity to get his lap back and get on pit road to get some changes made and fix any repairs he may have to his number 78 rig. So it'll be interesting to see what we have happen here with strategy here, Dewey. I think we're probably going to see everybody on pit road this time for sure at lap 20 for fresh tires with a full tank of Sunoco fuel.
Yeah, I definitely see everybody coming down and getting some fresh tires and fuel, maybe a little bit of repairs if they need it. Cody West, Blake Flown, Aiden Young, all one lap down. So I can see them staying out, maybe trying to get their lap back, put themselves on the tail.
I'm pretty sure we'll also see the 88 on pit road tonight in the, probably getting a fresh spray of oil can, Hancock's oil can spray there, the truck, to get a little refreshed. Sure, it's pretty hot in that truck, gets up to about 140 degrees. You're running green flag around there. Good chance to bring up our sponsor. He's running on the truck title sponsor tonight, Oil Can Hancocks. Check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. Use the promo code Thunder17. Just want to also give a big shout out to our title sponsor tonight, the Motor Sims Racing Magazine here at Pocono Raceway in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series.
Definitely go check those guys out. Awesome that they are sponsoring the race and giving all these guys a little bit something to look forward to as they're racing. But currently on track action, everybody is on pit road here as we expected. Get some tires, get some fuel, maybe fix a little bit of damage if you have any, and see what you can get out of it. As it looks like
60-mile-an-hour pit road speed tonight. It'll be interesting to see if we get anybody with any speeding tickets tonight, Dewey. It's pretty fast for pit road, but you know, you get excited getting out of the box trying to beat the next guy over. I wonder if we'll end up picking up anybody with any speeding tickets tonight.
Yeah, hopefully not. So as the leaders catch back up, you'll see Aiden Young and Blake Flown out there. They are Aiden Young is 2 laps down, Blake is 1 lap down, trying to put themselves back on the lead lap. We're approaching halfway. Tyler Justice has been in command for the entire race so far. The 27 coming back down pit road, he may have gotten a speeding penalty. And the 5 of Jason Alexander back on pit road as well. Well, Tom, we're approaching halfway. Definitely
Looks
had a
like-
lot of controversy there on lap 1.
Other than that, Dewey, it's been pretty smooth running. Looks like it's been the Tyler Justice show tonight. Wonder if the other half of this run, there's anybody out there that is going to be able to contend. I think there's a few drivers back there that's going to go through and, you know, I think they're saving their equipment, saving their tires, hoping they can come back up to it.
Now, that's definitely an idea of something that you could do, especially at a track like Pocono. But at the same time, Tom, I don't know if you want to try and save too long. If it goes green and Tyler Justice gets a huge lead again, you may or may not be able to catch him if you're saving your stuff and he's just out there seconds and seconds ahead of you. But trucks are doubling up, going 2 by 2 here. The lights on the pace car are out. So we should be going green next time by.
Dewey, getting a little feedback. Just going to want to give a quick shout out up to the booth. Tom Jenks up there, if you can, turn our microphones up if you don't mind. Dewey, we're having a lot of fun tonight watching this here at Pocono. Pretty good race so far, long green flag. I wonder if we're going to be able to go green the rest of the way. You know, if they start out this restart the way they have in the last one, and everybody gets patient and be able to do a little give and take, we're looking for a long green flag run coming up. I think we'd still be running green right now. Kind of that caution that came out for Aiden. You know, just getting a little slow on pit road, that happens, and that's, what can you say? They got to throw the caution, safety first for these drivers out here, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing we could do to avoid that one. That's all right, as I'm sure a lot of these guys want to come down pit road anyway. Tyler Justice and Zach Lindgren will take you to the stripe through the rest of the top 10 here real quick. Andrew Cardinale, Josh Sturgill, Spence Thompson rounds out top 5. Jared Beasley, Mike Bruno in 7th. PJ Popham, David Levine, and Brian Hartford is in 10th. So here we go. Pace car pulls down. Green flag is out. We're back underway at Pocono.
And the 7 Tyler's able to pull away on that restart. He's going to gain first turn 1, going in turn fun with the lead and holding on to it and pulling away. Oh, we got a truck in the wall, just kissed the wall coming out of turn. What was that, turn 1, Dewey, on the exit? That's going to cost him a little bit of momentum. He's going to fall back a little bit. He's going to give up the position to Zach Lindgren in the number 2 spot now. He'll drive her down to the bottom and see if he can't make up any ground on the 7 of Tyler Justice.
He's losing a couple more spots here. A lot of these guys are trying to take advantage right now. I believe Mike Bruno got the best of that one. He went from 7th to 4th.
Yeah, all of that inside of a lap, Dewey. That's one opportunity to take advantage of. If you're poised to take it, might as well grab it while you can. Good job on Mike's part for the SimPC Spec Racing truck. SimSpec PC Racing truck, my bus there. Looks like they're getting pretty racy, though, for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, Dewey. What do you see out there?
Andrew Cardinale is sitting in 2nd right now. Got a little bit of room here on Spence Thompson. And Mike Bruno is trying to run those guys down with Josh Sturgill right on his bumper. But Tyler Justice, 1.3 seconds ahead already. So if these guys are thinking about saving, they might want to reconsider that strategy. As Tyler Justice, if he gets out too far ahead here and we go green, I'm not sure you'll be able to catch him unless a lap down car ruins his evening.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Dewey getting out front like he is, that clean air is where it's all at. Especially when it comes time to fighting in the back, try to move through all these cars. You may be quicker than them, but you know what? It's going to be tough to get back up there. These guys really got to put the hammer down and get the move on and start moving up while they can.
Truck I'm trying to keep my eye on right now is that 34 of Ryan Broderick. He's worked his way through the field here, starting in the back. Then he got involved in that caution, but he's been really patient and just worked his way back up here towards the front. He currently sits in 7th position. And right behind him, the 32, PJ Popham, he had to start 24th, and he's worked his way up to 8th. He's had a quiet evening, but he is also into the top 10. I've got to say that 85, Zach Lindgren, he just tough break getting into that wall. He just continues to go backwards. The damage on that truck must be affecting him enough to where he is just continuing to lose spots. He is all the way back to 9th right now, and he's under fire from Corey Walters. And if so, that will put him back to 11th as we come back across the stripe if he does lose that position.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The 85 was really fast during practice tonight and qualifying P2. So hopefully he's got time to hang on and salvage as many positions as he can and get a chance here either on a green flag stop or we do come to another caution, get back in and get that truck fixed and start racing back up front again. But when we look at it, that Josh Sturgill in the 31 truck moving up to 5th, starting 20th tonight, he's got some speed going on under that truck. I wonder if he's got anything for the leaders tonight.
I'm sure he is really happy with being in the top 5 right now. He had a pretty not so good qualifying time. I know that's not what he was looking for, but he's got that 31 truck working well for him right now. He's in the top 5. He's running patiently, and we got a caution on the speedway.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see what happened out there, where the caution came from. Were you able to spot it, Dewey?
No, I haven't been able to figure out what caused that yellow.
That's going to be a big break for the 85, Zach Lingman. He's going to have time to get in there into the pit road and get his truck fixed and get ready to make another move. We sit here under caution. We got to make a big shout out to MotorSims Racing Magazine for being our title sponsor for the series this year in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series presented by them. You know, here at Pocono tonight, we're running 60 laps, got 31 to go at the moment under caution. Another big shout out to Hancock's Oil Can. Shop their promo code Thunder17 tonight online. Check them out, take a look. No matter where you might be headed, we got you covered, guaranteed. That's Hancock's Oil Can. Take a look at them. Pretty good company there. Some pretty neat products they put out, too. So go out there and search them and check them on the website. Also, would like to thank all you viewers out there tonight tuning in to No Brakes TV. Appreciate it. Go through, give us a like, give us a subscribe to our station. Take a look at it. Tell your friends and family about it. Hopefully you get a good entertainment out of this and you can bring some other people along to check us out and see these races that NMNTS puts on. They're a lot of fun, exciting to watch, pretty doggone realistic too. So here we go, Dewey. We're under caution. Let's see who all we got coming to pit road.
I'm curious to see if anyone does come down. I know the 92 Christopher Matthews will be coming down, and it seems the caution was thrown for him, and his truck pretty beat up.
59 spinning on track. He must have tried to dodge going into pit road and just tried to stay out and got his truck turned sideways. Mike Bruno stays out. He's going to take over the number 1 position. Not a bad idea here at Pocono. If you don't have a lot of laps on your tires and you were taking care of them during that run to stay out, that'll give you a good opportunity to, one, lead a lap here under caution, which should give you a good opportunity to go through and pick up some bonus points. But seems to be right now, clean air is boss, Dewey, and that's going to be the best way to go. If you can stay out front with the clean air and hold on to her, it's pretty tough to pass.
We already got some strategy coming into play here, Tom. And this is whenever this series gets interesting, is when these guys gamble. It gets crazy.
That it does. Looks like we have the 59 of David Levine. He also stayed out. They'll be running in second place when we come back to go to green here. Behind Bruno, and it looks like, who else we got back there? It's going to be Andrew Cardinal the fourth. I wasn't sure if he made a pit stop or not. We'll take a look and see if he was able to get on pit road. Looks like he did make a pit stop also, so it looks like Andrew might be the first truck with 4 fresh Goodyears in the TN Design Silverado.
As we're just passing halfway, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Looks like the 7 car, Tyler Justice, who gave up the lead going to pit road, is going to be restarting 4th. Behind him will be Josh Sturgill in the 31, starting 5th. Spence Thompson in the 89. We haven't had a chance to talk about him tonight. He qualified 8th. He'll be restarting in the 6th position. Looking forward to seeing a good run from him. And Zach Lindgren in the 85. He qualified 2nd. He's back in 7th coming after pit road. Looks like he's able to get his truck fixed there on pit road. Good work by his pit crew.
But definitely some good work to get that truck all fixed up and back out there in a good, timely manner. Another interesting thing I want to point out here is I notice these guys rolling around. The top 12 trucks are all Chevys. DJ Hargrove, the first one in a Toyota, he's in 13th. Now I wonder if that has anything to do with anything, or maybe it has nothing to do with nothing, but definitely an interesting thought.
Very true. Speaking of DJ Hargrove, looks like he's without his Go Fast Racing team member tonight, Billy Hargrove. He must be taking the night off. Hopefully he's feeling okay. I know we got to see him last night in the Kentucky race. Had one heck of a race, I think, and finished really well, in my opinion. But looks like DJ is going to have to go out of the wilderness tonight as the sole member of Go Fast Racing in this race tonight.
Now, DJ definitely representing the team, and maybe the old man has turned himself into the fisherman. We can only hope anyway. Cars are doubling up. Trucks are doubling up. There ain't no cars, there's the trucks. As we get ready to go back green, lights on the paint car are out.
When we come back green, we got 27
Levine
to go. Got 27 to go. When we come back to green, it's time for these trucks in the back who've been trying to save their stuff. They got to get after it. They got to start picking up some track position, making their way through the field so they can compete in the top 10 coming around if we do get another caution.
I agree with you there. I definitely think it's about to get a little crazy here at Pocono.
Yeah, these drivers have been showing a lot of patience, a lot of good side-by-side tight racing, a lot of give and take. I think we move on here into the back half of this race, second half of this race, as we start closing these laps down, they start counting down. Those drivers start to get more and more impatient with each lap that goes by, and they're going to be wanting some of that real estate that somebody else is already holding on to. So it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up here in the next 10 to 15 laps.
Pace car should be pulling down. And he does. The green flag is out. We're back underway.
we got him going 3 wide into turn 1 with the 43 in the middle of the 99, the 62, and the 62 backs off smartly, gives the 43 that position back. He gets back in line, and he's up on side by side with the number 5 at this time.
Right now, I'm keeping my eyes on the front here. David Levine, Mike Bruno trying to hold off these guys with the fresh tires. Tyler Justice currently in 3rd. See if he doesn't make a move here shortly.
Oh, back here, David Heisen, the 62 Express Lane truck for Mopar Fast Oil Changes and more. He pushed up, got a little tight going into turn 3 there, and gave up a couple positions. I think he's struggling to get one back here from the 5 truck. Caution on the speedway. Well, that's unfortunate, Dewey. Looks like the 24 No Brakes TV got a little damaged, got spun out, got sideways. With a little help from the 11 truck. Hopefully if he's able to escape out without any damage, he can get back on pit road, get that truck fixed up, get ready to go for this final push of 25 laps we got here coming at the stripe.
Yeah, definitely some tough luck there for Alan Westman. Got a little bit of right side damage. Doesn't look too detrimental. And the 11 truck of Blake Cologne also involved in that caution. He's got damage to the left the front of his truck. Mike Bruno and David Levine still running 1 and 2, able to hold off the rest of these guys for the moment.
Yeah, we were just past halfway here at the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series presented by MotorSims Racing Magazine. Thank them again for being title sponsor of the series in the trucks here this year. And also want a big thank you and a shout out to Oil Can Hancocks. Go take a look at them at www.oilhancocks.com. Use the shop and promo code of Thunder17. Get yourself a little bit of discount on that product they offer. Pretty good deal there, Hancock's Good Services. As we get back here on the track, Dewey, it looks like, you know what, we've got a few cars out there with some damage, some trucks. I mean, I keep saying cars just out of habit. I apologize. Some of those guys you're going to have to, we'll see what kind of damage, if it's going to hold them up or not. We've had a few guys that I think have been sitting back for quite a while, and we keep talking about this, I know, but at some point, track position is king here. You're going to have to get up and go, get up on that wheel and drive your way to the front. You're not going to be able to, I don't think this is one of those races where you can wait on, I forget the exact term, but you can wait for so many trucks to drop out of the race through damage or for wrecking or whatever. We're not seeing a whole lot of cautions tonight. You know, this being only our 4th one at this time for a total of 20 laps. So we got 25 to go. And got some cars dipping off back here in pit road. Looks like they're going to top off, get some fresh Goodyears, and not such a bad idea for those cars in the back, for those other cars up front that are staying out right now.
Yeah, definitely interesting strategies here.
So it looks like when we come back to green here, Dewey, it's going to have Mike Bruno still running in the 1st position, followed by David Levine in the 59, Tyler Justice in the 7 truck. Spence Thompson's moved up to 4th position. Good run for him tonight so far, and Andrew Cardinal in the 5th place.
Tom, let's see if we can't dial up PJ Popham here. PJ, this is No Brakes TV. Tom and Dewey up in the booth. Do you copy out there on the track?
10-4, I barely got you.
Well, PJ, you've made a lot of moves in this race. You came from 24th. You're now in the top 10. You're running really well. how's the track looking for you? Is your truck working well? You need to make some adjustments?
Truck's tight. Tires go away real fast. That wreck on lap 1, you know, I gained a lot of spots on that, so we'll just keep riding around, and hopefully this thing works out in our favor and we can get a top 3 finish.
Sounds good, PJ. Good to see you running hard on the track and picking on them off where you can, taking advantage of it where you can. Anybody you want to thank while we got you on the air right now?
Yeah, MR Motorsports and Bradley Wilson and Michael Redding for putting this on, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm just glad I can be a part of this and ready to go racing.
Sounds good. We're glad to have you a part of it too. You're an exciting racer to watch. Good luck tonight in that 32, and have some fun, and hopefully we'll get you in the top 3 so we can get another interview with you.
Yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys again.
Well, thanks, PJ, for joining us. We really appreciate that. Good luck to the rest of the race to you, buddy. And PJ really worked his way from the back to the front. As he said, that lap 1 caution really helped him out. And see if he can't continue to advance here at Pocono.
Quietly moving up, Dewey. The 88 truck of Bradley Wilson started 25th tonight. He's all the way up to 7th. He's going to be starting 7th in this pit stop after this caution. So we got some few guys moving and switching and grooving. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how the last 22, 23 laps end up here, buddy. Looks like we're going to see some racy people up front. It'll be interesting to see now how the 7 restarts with the 19 just in front of him, right on his. The 19 is going to have the 7 right on his bumper.
Yeah, those guys are some spec PC Tower teammates. So you know they'll definitely work together, try and put those guys 1 and 2. As that would definitely make some spec happy. I know they're probably happy all the time with their 2 drivers. These guys are always at the front. And when you're at the front, usually you get a little bit of TV time, so that helps those guys out as well, especially with being sponsors of the race. So SimSpec all around just has to be elated with how the season is going currently.
Yeah, very true, Dewey. We can't say that enough. Thanks for the sponsorship by those guys in this series and in the other series. But like you said, that's where you're going to garner the most TV time is if you're up front. We got that 59 truck of David Levine for David Levine Racing or DLR Racing. It's good to see him up there moving around, going pretty good. He's got grip hacks on board. He's also one of his title sponsors on the hood of his truck. Looks like Berkshire Hathaway, David Levine at BHHSCarolinas.com. So go out and check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Good fast racer if you're tuning in right now and you're looking to buy some property or a new house or something like that down in the Carolinas. Give David Levine a look up. Give him an opportunity to see what he can do for you. Hopefully he can make your dreams come true.
Definitely. So also, mention on the quarter panels, Slide Job City. That's a little throw to the old dirt track side of things. I definitely like seeing that as I come from a dirt track upbringing. So that's pretty cool with the 59 truck. See if he can't keep his truck up there along with the 19 of Mike Bruno's. Remember, those guys, they're still on a lot older tires than everybody else. So they have a little bit more work cut out for them compared to the trucks behind them.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Zach Lindgren is able to recover. You know, he got into the wall that last time. He was dropping pretty hard. We got him running in the My Little Pony Chevrolet Silverado tonight. He's been pretty racy and pretty fast. Be interesting to see how he does moving up after this restart.
He'll restart 8, see if he can't work his way back up towards the front. Running out of laps, though. So I think a lot of these guys are going to realize they're running out of laps, and that's going to make this race even more crazy towards the end. But rolling through turns 3 and 4, Mike Bruno, David Levine should be taking you back to the green flag here at Pocono. We are nearing 20 to go. We're back underway, green flag. And the SimSpec trucks get a great start.
Yeah, it looks like right now Tyler Justice is content to run behind the 19 of Mike Ruda, giving him a chance to lead some laps. It'll be interesting to see what kind of patience the number 7 is going to have. How long is he going to take to try to get around his teammate there in the Simspec PC Tower Chevrolet? Well, I guess that answered my question. He's over to the bottom of turn 3. He's going to take over the lead from Mike Bruno. Then again, Tyler does have a little bit fresher tires than Mike.
That could takes the lead, though. The 19 of Mike Bruno right there with him. Now he's going to look to the inside of the 7 of Tyler Justice. The teammates doing a little bit of battle here at Pocono. Oh, contact. Big time crash. Even one of Andrew Cardinale involved.
You guys tumbling down the racetrack.
114 Beasley involved. 71. That's Brian Hartford. He was rolling down the back straightaway. That was a massive one.
Dude, I was back here riding around with the 24 truck, and I saw the 114 get in the corner. He got loose, came up a little bit, and held on to it quite a bit, and then he touched with the 24 and it sent him down to the bottom. But the big wreck was happening right in front of him.
And it seems like the 81, that was Andrew Cardinale, just got into the wall coming out of the corner and hit the 71 of Brian Hartford. He came down into the 32 of PJ Popham, ping-pong ball right back into the 81, and he went for a ride. I'm not sure if that truck will be able to continue after that. I'm not sure if he used the fast repair or not.
Yeah, it looked like the 81 came down just barely, almost touched the 85 in the right rear, and then overcorrected and moved all the way back up the track. Just got out of him in the middle of the corner, and that was all it wrote.
Yeah, he bounced off the wall there in the 71 of Brian Hartford. Just
yeah, the 81
no
was
idea.
slow, Dewey, and the 71 and 32 were coming by on the inside. The 81 come down, got into him, and then turned the 71 also. Unfortunate for the TN Designs truck. He's got a little beat around that corner and cost him big time, and unfortunately he was able to collect a couple other trucks with him.
That's a tough break for a couple of those guys that were running up towards the front. Ronald White also on pit road.
Well, I think as we come back to green here, Dewey, we're going to have about 15 to go. It's time for these drivers to pick up and go. It's going to be checkers or wreckers, I believe, for a lot of these guys. So, I don't know. All these drivers better sit back, tighten up their belt before they hit the green flag and get ready to go. It'll be interesting to see if Tyler stays out and the 19 and Bruno goes in. He needed tires, so this might be a good opportunity.
I got a couple trucks coming down. David Levine also down. DJ Hargrove I see in there. Terry Mason, David Heiza, PJ Popham getting that damage fixed. So quite a bit of the field coming down here, getting some tires and fuel before the end of this.
This time looks like top 5 trucks stayed out. It's going to be Tyler Justice, Josh Sertle. Zach Lindgren, he stays out in the 85 in the My Little Pony Chevrolet Silverado. Chris Akers stays out. He's got a little bit of damage there in that Budweiser truck. He's pretty tore up on the left front and in the front right, so hopefully he can hold on to his and get some speed out of that car. Also staying out looks like the 11 of Blake Falone. He's on track.
If I hear race control correctly, I believe Aiden Young has pulled his truck behind the wall and is done. And unfortunately, the 71 of Brian Hartford, as we thought so, he is done for the evening. That truck took a wild ride.
Just jump back to the 24 DuPont no brakes TV truck, Dewey. Looks like the right side of his truck's pretty scraped up. Not a whole lot of damage though. I think he's going to be able to hold speed and should be able to move his way up through the pack. Be interesting to see, because when we come back to green, we're going to have about 15 to go. Time to get after it. Go as hard as you can. All those drivers that have been sitting in the back here waiting, now it's time to go. So it's going to get racy. It's going to get exciting these last 15 laps. No doubt about it.
I agree with you. Mike Bruno was the first truck off the pit road that stopped for some tires and fuel. He starts back in 6th. So I'm interested to see if those guys who stopped for tires and fuel are able to get past the guys that stayed out, but they did not pit too long ago.
Dewey, it sounds like your mic is just a tick low. Maybe we can get that Tom Jenks up, producing this up in the booth, turn it up just a little bit for the broadcast and on the videos out there. You know what, Dewey? We're going to have a lot of fun here coming back going green. A lot of tracks, a lot of cars still on the lead lap. I think we've only had one drop out. We've got 5 total. It looks like it's 5 total. Jason Burgess, he's on 37 laps down. So he must have been in getting his truck fixed. His motor must have blew. We've got 4 trucks 1 lap down. That's it. So there's going to be a battle back there to fight around to get the lucky dogs if there is another caution with Jared Beasley, Aiden Young, Brian Hartford, and Ronald White. So we go back to green. You know, we're going to have a lot of drivers that have a lot to gain and a lot to lose. So it's going to be interesting, definitely, in this 15 laps.
Yeah, as I'm getting word from race control, all those guys have definitely pulled their truck behind the wall and are done for the evening.
Well then, perfect. That answers that. That looks like we're going to have everybody on the lead lap remaining on the track. So here we go. Checkers or wreckers, Dewey? What do you think? I think we've heard that 1 or 2 times before. 15 laps ago. Hopefully they'll hold on to it and give us a wait till at least 5 laps before they start beating and banging and pushing each other out of the way to get those positions. But you never know. There's guys in the back who are going to have to do whatever they can to move up. Looks like we're getting ready to form up here the next lap. Next time by, we'll be going green.
This one looks to be an exciting finish yet again here at the NMNTS. But Tyler Justice is back on the point.
As always, a good show by NMNTS and all their series. Tonight, the Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sims Racing Magazine. Go check them out. Pretty good company. We appreciate them being on board for the series this year. Also got to say a big shout out to Oil Can Hancocks. Primary sponsor tonight. Wherever you know, go out and take them out. Shop the promo code Thunder17 at www.oilhancocks.com. No matter where you might be headed, we got you covered. So we got some top 3 drivers. I think they're going to get some prizes tonight, Dewey. I think one of them is a pack of the 3 different scents for Oil Hancock. So pretty exciting. Let's see what happens here in the final 15 laps when we get back to green and pull them belts up tight, boys. They better have a lot of fun and get after it, because you got to make up some ground if you're riding around in the back. It's the only way to get to the front now. You got to make holes for yourself.
And definitely a tricky little part to that as well. You don't want to crash anybody because that brings out the yellow and you can't advance. But if you need to move somebody out of the way, you have to do it the right way, even though I know a lot of these guys would prefer not to do it. But if you're running 10th on back and you want into the top 3 and get yourself a good finish for tonight, you're going to have to be super aggressive. And that's hard to do here at Pocono.
That it is. It's tough to pass here at Pocono. Not necessarily meaning that they need to actually physically move somebody out of the way, but if they see an opening, they got to get after it and try to capture it.
We're back underway. Tyler just with a good jump, but Zach Lindgren right there behind him.
It's like we're getting racy a little bit back here, Dewey. I'm going to go back and keep an eye on that and see what we got going on. Tyler Justice has already pulled himself away. He's got that clean air. Right now, I would have to say, even though we got 15 to go, barring anything major, this race right now is the 7 trucks to lose. So we'll see if any of these guys can compete here in the back. Coming up to him, looks like he's going to start getting some pressure. Some guys are really getting after it.
Definitely a lot of aggressive moves being made throughout the pack here. Hard to single out just one guy, as everyone's being aggressive, trying to get the most out of those fresh tires here. Not a lot of laps to go. Bradley Wilson making some great moves, picked up about 3 spots, and we got a caution on the speedway here. Seems like the 69 truck John Barron loops it around all by himself.
This is a game changer right here, Dewey. We're going to come back to green with about 10-9 to go. You know, kind of a tough time for a caution. You know, they only got about 1 or 2 laps on their tires, but it'll be interesting to see if we got anybody that's going to take advantage of it coming back down pit road and see if they can't pick up 4 fresh ones with 10 to go. Like we heard earlier when we were interviewing PJ, says the tires are falling away pretty quick out here. So we'll see what happens. If anybody goes off, gets new tires, I think it's going to be all dictated on what the leaders do.
I definitely agree with you there. You've got to do what the guys in front of you do. I think it's too big of a gamble here on this track to try and pull something risky, especially with how good these guys are running with fresh tires on.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think you may look at somebody around the 6th, 7th, or 8th place peel off to get those fresh tires. I think once somebody goes, the rest of them are going to go. But we'll see what happens here coming up to the pit lane as soon as it comes open. That's it. I think if one goes, they all go, Dewey. It'd be interesting to see what happens here. At what point we know that somebody is going to duck down to get fresh tires for the final run. They won't necessarily put fuel in. I'm sure they're good to go there, but you know, fresh 4 set of Goodyears, 10 laps from now, 10 lap better tires out here are pretty good, or even 5 lap better tires are pretty good. These are long ways around this track.
I definitely agree with you. We'll see what they do. We should be coming up on pit road here shortly and see what happens. Got a couple more cars here, trucks pulling off and parking it behind the garage. 78 of Cody West. He was running up front there, got caught up in the accident, and just could never really get that truck back up to the front. He is done for the evening. And Jason Burgess in the 23, I think the crew finally decided to just box it up and take it home. He has been struggling for a long time here tonight.
Yeah, he got some good laps, and hopefully he got a good, decent opportunity to practice after he got his truck fixed back there. But 37 laps down, he's really got nothing to gain at this point. Looks like everybody we got on the track now is currently on the lead lap, with the exception of John Barron. He might be going a lap down. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I think he beat him out of the pit area here as he's pulling down through turn 1. And I think he did beat him as they were coming across the stripe. John Barron's going to keep his lap. Nobody pulled down pit road.
Very interesting, Dewey. Everybody must be pretty happy with what they got. No last-minute adjustments. I really thought we would have saw somebody in 5th, 6th, or 7th position peel off and get those fresh tires, but we didn't. It didn't happen. So it's going to be interesting to see when we go back to green here in a couple laps how we end up.
There should be a good race here to the finish. It's going to be exciting. It seems like everybody's doing a good job on giving each other room and just racing hard without racing dirty. And that's something that we really like to broadcast and watch, and I'm sure these guys really enjoy to do out there. And that just makes it that much more exciting, and it gives a good rewatch value to a lot of these broadcasts when everybody's racing so hard. So hopefully here in the closing 10 laps, we'll see a lot of clean racing here, and we'll see who comes away with the victory.
Yeah, definitely do. We've got 3 of those cars that are up there in the top 10 that have had some huge moves tonight. 32 of PJ Popham starting out in 24th position races up to 8th. Bradley Wilson, another big mover in the 88 in the Oil Hancock's car, started in 25th. He's up to 6th. But then take a look at the 31 of Josh Sturgill. He's moved from 20th up to 3rd in this restart. He's going to be right up there for a podium fishing. It's really interesting to see if what he's got coming out of the restart. He'll be starting right on the bumper of the 7 Tyler Justice.
As it seems Tyler Justice has really just been lights out fast here at Pocono. But as we saw, like last night, anything can happen.
Looks like we're going to
take
have
another lap around.
Looks like we're going to have at least 2 more laps of pacing, 1 more next time by. The lights will go out on the track on the pace car, and then we'll be going green shortly after that, ladies and gentlemen. Takes a little bit of while to get around this track, so if you have some time, you want to go grab a quick drink from the fridge or some popcorn. Also, if you have a couple minutes here, go ahead and go through and take a look at www.oilhancocks.com under caution here. Use that promo code Thunder17 to get yourself a nice little discount on some great product.
All right, I think we got your second place running vehicle, Zach. Can you hear us up in the booth with Tom and Dewey?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing tonight?
Well, not too bad, Zach. You've been running good. You got up into the wall there about mid-race, fell back, but you're able to fight your way back up to second. You got any last-second plans here for Tyler Justice as we get back underway?
I don't know, man. Tyler's been the class of the field all night. On a long run, I think I'll be able to pull him down a little bit, but on short run, he's definitely faster. I'm just going to have to start pushing it to the limit now and stay in his mirror, and hopefully he screws up and have one heck of a fight to the finish right here.
Yeah, definitely, Zach. This is Tom. Looking forward to seeing this run coming up. Like to see you come up and see if you can't get to him and even pass him. He's been, like you said, the class of the field all night long. That being said, you've been pretty quick yourself, so now's the time. We're going to go back here. Green is going to be about 9 to go, 9 laps to get after it. We were kind of surprised to see that nobody pitted there to pick up fresh tires, even 5th, 6th, and 7th place back. Weren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought Tyler might have ducked in, and I was just kind of seeing what he was doing. But, you know, it's just, we're going to have to see how the tires do and see how everyone else does. But I think this is going to be one heck of a finish coming down to it, tires or not. It's just going to be all about momentum and how well you can complete the corners.
All right, sounds good, Zach. Get after it. Looking forward to seeing the finish. Hopefully we can talk to you again here in a few laps. Anybody you want to thank quick?
Thank the WFO guys, you guys up there for doing the broadcast. Thank the men and women overseas defending this great country, and that's everyone I got to thank. Oh, I got to thank Bradley and Michael for putting on this show week in and week out, but yeah, that's pretty much everyone I got to thank.
All right, sounds good. A lot of fun watching you run tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon. Good luck in this restart, sure, buddy.
Yeah, good luck,
yes,
Zach.
sir. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Well, Tom, this is going to be a fight to the finish here.
Yeah, that's it, Dewey. We're going to see some aggressive driving coming up here. The only bad part about these cautions late in a race like that is they have a tendency to breed cautions again. That being said, I'm going to go back and take a look, and let's get after it. Let's watch these guys go around and see. I think the restart is going to dictate where we're at.
Well, Tom, rolling through turn 3 here. Pace car should be pulling off, and these trucks will be getting back on the hammer. Not a lot of laps left, so see how aggressive some of these drivers get.
9 to go this time by at the green, Dewey. Should be pretty interesting. There goes the pace car. Tyler's got a jump, and the 85 is sticks right with him on the outside.
Definitely a good start there for the 85, seeing if he can hang with them.
Got some moving and shaking, 2 and 3 wide, coming through the corner and turn 1 back there. Oh, we got a couple cars.
62 gets turned around. All kinds of trucks involved.
And that'll bring out the caution again. Like we talked about, Dewey, you know, it's time for these drivers to go, and cautions breed cautions in this type of race. It's just the way it happens. It's part of racing. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there.
Yeah. I know 62 David Heisen involved, Jason Alexander, Andrew Cardinale, Craig Learman involved. Looks like the 92 Christopher Matthews got a piece of it. If I saw that right, I believe the 43 Fuegulerman came up a little bit, made some contact, and it was just a pinball effect after that.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It took out just about the entire back half of the field. So coming back to green, we're going to have about 4 to go. A nice little 4-lap shootout. Those guys back there rolling and tumbling down through. I don't know if they're going to have an opportunity to get their trucks fixed in time to get back on the track. But we will see here shortly. It looks like we're going to have a good old-fashioned barn burner shootout.
Let's see if we can't dial up one of the drivers out on the track currently here and get some last lap thoughts here before everybody dukes it out for the final positions they are able to grab here at Pocono. As everybody stays out once again, no one's going to try and gamble here. I do believe we're going to be under 5 to go, so no point to try and gamble. I think everybody needs to just stay out and get what they can and deal with what they have.
So I was going to go up and see if we couldn't catch up with Gordon Larson Jr. He's currently going through a pit stop right now. We'll catch up to him once he's able to get back on the track. He's been a little busy right now in communication with his crew chief.
I know Gordon's been battling all night long. He's had some damage here or there and really just trying to keep himself out of trouble.
Double Z, Gordon Larson Jr. You picking me up? This is Tom and Dewey up in the booth.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, pretty good run tonight so far. Looks like you've been able to keep your nose clean pretty good. What do you got planned out here for the end? It looks like you just picked up some 4 fresh tires. Were there a few guys that you were able to get by, you think, on the last closing laps?
We're gonna try. It's just been a little loose tonight. Turn 3 is not my friend tonight for some reason, but we're gonna see what happens. I've been fortunate to get right on through some of these wrecks, so so far so good.
Yeah, good job hanging on to her, buddy. We've been watching the whole race. Good to see you moving up there throughout the field. Obviously, drop back a little bit here with the pit stop. But I think there's quite 5, 6 cars. You got 5, 6, 7 laps. I think you got a good opportunity to break into the top 10 this race. Just keep her clean. It's time to get after it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, sir. That's what we're gonna try to do. Just hope it just stays green.
Yeah, we feel the same way, buddy. Good luck with that, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, have a good one. Appreciate you joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gordon Larson Jr. in the 00 joining us from the on track. He's a little busy right now getting focused. We've got a little bit of talking about him. Good to see he can come up and do an interview with us while he's on the track. Looks like he's getting ready to go green. He's got some fresh Goodyears under his truck. I think he's going to make a good push for the top 10, Dewey. Be interesting to see how that works out for him.
I think with everybody being real aggressive here, The key is probably going to be to try and avoid the wrecks and advance as much as you can before the yellow flag does come out. And Gordon's done a pretty good job of staying clean and avoiding a lot of those wrecks. I know he's had some minor damage here or there, but not a bad strategy for Gordon, just trying to stay out of everybody's way and get the most that you can without making anybody mad.
Yeah, definitely. This restart here, buddy, it's going to be pretty exciting. You know, you got going to have about 4 laps to go when we go green. That's 4 laps of hard racing. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the restart. See if anybody goes through and, I don't know, maybe gives a little shove on the start or tries to jump it. See if they can't get a, I don't know, get a little advantage coming off the restart.
Yeah, we'll be under 5 to go, so I believe if it doesn't go green, we may end this under yellow. So hopefully it stays green. Looks like the lights are out. So next time by, we should be picking up the green flag.
Yeah, definitely do. We'll be picking up green flag, 4 to go, 4-lap shootout at Pocono. Here's the thing what these guys need to understand on this restart. They've got a little bit of time to get their groove in and get in position and start going. They don't have to jump the start here at Pocono. 4 laps is a long time to catch up. It's a really long track. So we'll see what happens here. Like we said before, as it happened for the last 3 now, cautions bring caution. So we'll see what happens.
Tyler Justice and Zach Lindgren will take you to the green here.
One more big shout out to our sponsor tonight. You know what? We got the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motorsports Racing Magazine. In addition, we also got Oil Can Hancock on board tonight. Big shout out to them. Go check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. No matter where you might be headed, we got you covered, guaranteed. So we're going to go green next time by, Dewey. Looks like we're getting ready to come into turn 3, and we'll be pulling out of turn 4, picking up that green flag here shortly.
We'll see who will walk away with the victory at Pocono. It's been a long race for these guys in these trucks, and it all comes down to this. Pace car should pull in, and we are back underway. Green flag. Tyler Justice got a great start, and so did Mike Bruno, who's challenging for 3rd right now. They're 3 wide for 3rd.
Zach Lindgren's hanging right in there, trying to see if he can't stay on the bumper to that number 7.
Yeah, Josh Sturgill also right there with Zach. Tyler Justice got a good little gap here rolling through turn 3.
And we got 31 trying to make a move in the long straightaway, getting a push from the 19, going down, coming into turn 1.
Yeah, it's definitely going to heat up here for 2nd. Zach Lindgren, Josh Sturgill, and Mike Bruno all want that 2nd position, as it seems like Tyler Justice is going to check out. Another truck who snuck himself into the top 5, that's the 88 of Bradley Wilson. He's quietly moved his way into the top 5, having a great run here tonight at Pocono.
Great one carrying the race sponsor oilhancocks.com on his truck tonight. Good run by him. It's good to see him move up through the field like he has. The other one, DJ Hardgrove, he started out 17th. He's all the way up to 7th. He's quietly made his way up tonight in the number 2 car.
He's definitely doing well. Josh Sturble able to take over the second spot from Zach. Mike underneath Zach for third. He's going to get him. We got good clean racing throughout the field here, even though there's not a lot of laps left. These guys are definitely showing each other a lot of respect.
Yeah,
Tyler Justice with a 1 second lead right now, Tom.
Yeah, he's checked out, buddy. We got cars drifting through the corners. We got a caution. We're going to wrap it up right there. We got a caution on the speedway. This car's trying to push it a little too hard coming out of turn. I think it was turn one or the tunnel turn there. It just got loose and pushed up into the wall and gathered a couple trucks.
And as you said, that'll do it. Tyler Justice will come home with the victory. As he was definitely the fastest truck all night, and he put himself in a great position after that green flag stops, or yellow flag stops coming back to green. He stayed out, and he made it work. And Tyler Justice will be the victor here at Pocono. Looks as Josh Sturgill will come home second. Mike Bruno able to work his way into third. Zach Lindgren in fourth. Bradley Wilson in fifth.
Tough break for the 34 and the 24. 24 got a little pushed up through the corner there and gathered up 34. Bring out that caution in this race. Tough break for both drivers. They're running both in top 12, so interested to see where they ended up finishing. Congrats to our winner tonight, Tyler Justice. Definitely the class of the field, that's for sure.
Tyler was fast all night long, but you got to remember Josh Sturgill started in 20th and finished second. So that's a great run for the 31 truck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bradley Wilson, he started 25th.
There you go, starting 25th, finishing 5th. He's moved up 20 spots. That's one heck of a race.
We'll see if we can't catch up with some of these guys after they pull in here and get some thoughts on the post race here. So as we wait for these guys to pull into the pit area so we can grab a word with them, we'll go through your finishing order here at Pocono at the NMNTS. Tyler Justice with the win, Josh Sturgill in second, then it's Mike Bruno, Zach Lindgren, Bradley Wilson in the top 5. Then it's Spence Thompson, DJ Hardgrove, PJ Popham, David Levine, and Chris Akers round out the top 10. '11th was Chase Stewart, 12th Terry Mason, 13th was Corey Walters, 14th was Gordon Larson Jr., 15th Andrew Cardinale, 16th was Blake Malone, 17th Alan Westman, 18th Ryan Broderick, 18th was John Barron, and that's all of the trucks on the finishing order on the lead lap. 20th was Craig Lerman, 21st David Heisa, 22nd Christopher Matthews, 23rd Jason Alexander, 24th Cody West. 25th was Jared Beasley, 26th Aiden Young, 27th Brian Hartford, 28th Ronald White, 29th was Jason Burgess. We'll see if we can't get the top 3 in here.
Yeah, Dewey, pretty exciting finish again. Unfortunately, we had to finish this race under caution one more time, but hey, some good racing going on out there all night long. You know, usually on a track like this, it tends to get a little bit slow in the action, but we didn't have that tonight in the MNNTS trucks tonight here at Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motor Sim Racing.
Yeah, definitely not. It was pretty action packed all evening long, and that's one of the pluses of broadcasting these races that have a lot of action. Is it seems like we've been only sitting here for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight. There's no doubt about that. That's for sure, Dewey. I'm going to see if I...
These guys pulling into the pit area here, and we should be getting them in the booth shortly. And that will conclude the broadcast after we get these interviews in.
Yeah, well, we have a little bit of break in the action here, Dewey, while we're waiting for them to get out of their trucks and a little bit of solitary burnouts by Tyler Justice. Just got to say a big thanks tonight to Motor Sims Racing Magazine for being on board, presented by them tonight, this race and this whole series in the NMNTS Monday Night Thunder. Also want to say a big shout out to Hancock's Oil Can tonight, being a primary sponsor this evening. Go check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. Shop their promo code Thunder17, Dewey. Go take a look at them when you get a chance. Those of you out there listening in TV land or YouTube land, check them out. Pretty good company, pretty interesting little website. I was on it earlier today. I think I'm going to actually have to go out tonight and pick some up for myself, Dewey. Check it out, see what all the hype's about.
Yeah, definitely. You want to support those who support racing, whether it's on the sim or out here in real life. You always want to support the companies that support the racetracks, whether it's your small dirt or asphalt track all the way up to the NASCAR series.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like we got our two guys down here ready to interview. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to catch up with Josh Sturgill tonight. Hopefully we can pick up with him a little later.
We'll see if we can't get Mike in here.
Looks like we got him in with us. Mike, you got your ears on, sir.
10-4, bud. I got you.
Hey, good run tonight, finishing third. Looks like the SimSpec PC trucks had a pretty good opportunity here. Finished 1-2 with the 31. Josh was pretty fast, but hey, both of you on the podium. Can't complain about that, right?
No, definitely feel good about the finish tonight, for sure. I feel bad about what happened early on. No, that's I just got into the back of Cody. It's all my fault. Just misjudged it there a little bit. Luckily, was able to rally back and get a podium finish here, and can't be happier. I'd love to get the win, but Tyler was pretty untouchable tonight. Congratulations to him, by the way.
Yeah, it's obvious Tyler put in quite a bit of practice this week before getting to this racetrack here at Pocono. Obviously, you too, Josh, as well. A lot of the top 10 out there. We had some pretty big movers, but just want to say big congrats on the third place finish. Anybody you want to thank tonight, Mike?
Well, thank you, bud. Yeah, definitely. First off, I want to thank my sponsor, SimSpec. Everybody go to simspec.com, pick yourself up a nice PC tower, get hooked up, get on iRacing, get racing with us. It's a lot of fun. Thank you to MR Motorsports, my team, Mike Redding, all the rest of the guys there. They help me big time, man. I love those guys. It's great to race with them all the time. Thanks for Mike Bradley for doing this league, and thank you guys for what you guys do.
Yeah, buddy, you bet. Go enjoy the celebration with your teammate. We'll touch base with you a little later. Have a good night.
Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate it.
That was Mike Bruno finishing in third. Now we'll see if we can't get Tyler Justice in here.
Number 7,
Tyler Justice, congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
So it sounds like, Tad, I've got a couple quick questions for you. Good run tonight, buddy. Obviously, the class of the field, you were untouchable all night. What can you attribute that to? I mean, you were outrunning the field every chance you had.
Well, I've always loved this track from the start. Pocono's been a really good track for me, obviously, but what really did it is I ran a lot of official races this week at Pocono in the truck, so I think that helped out a lot. But overall, a pretty uneventful race for me. Was able to keep it up front. It was a little stressful trying to figure out when to pit or when not to pit when cautions were coming out, but other than that, it was pretty much smooth sailing from there, and those cautions at the end helped me out a lot. So glad we were able to bring it home in victory lane, and yeah.
Yeah, you definitely looked like you had that truck hooked up all night long, and I know that's got to be a great feeling whenever you're able to go out there and just hit your marks and not really have anyone breathing down your neck. If you got anyone you want to thank tonight before we wrap this up?
Yes, sir. I want to thank all my teammates at MR Motorsports. Those guys are awesome to work with. I want to thank SimSpec for being on the car as always. Go get yourself a SimSpec PC. I want to thank John and Kenneth. And I want to thank Bradley and Michael for this lead. I want to thank you guys in the booth. You do a great job. Keep it up.
Yeah, great job, Tyler. I think you forgot one person. That might be Mrs. Gordon Larson Jr. I understand you guys have a little bit of a relation going on there with you and the 00.
Yes, sir. That is my stepdad.
Perfect. Good to see you both running on the track. A lot of fun watching you both. We picked up Gordon also late a couple weeks ago. We're going to sponsor him with the No Brakes TV truck, and in the K&N series as well as the ARCA. But anyway, just want to say congrats again. Give you a little grief. That's all. Have fun. Hey, good to see you up here. We'll get to talk to you again. I'm sure you're a pretty damn good driver, and looking forward to doing many more interviews with you, buddy.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Congratulations again to the 7 of Tyler Justice bringing home the win. And Tom, that was basically what he said. Smooth sailing for him. He just hit his marks, and really no one could touch him all night.
Yeah, definitely. If any of the other drivers out there are picking up this interview, I know it takes a lot of time to invest to be able to run a lot of these races, but as you can see right now, most of these truck races are following the fixed races and the official races that iRacing has put up. So you have a good opportunity to get a lot of practice in during the week before getting into the league race. Good opportunity there to really hone your skills. Plenty of opportunity to practice. I think Tyler Justice hit the nail right on the head. He ran a lot of races this week at Pocono. Always liked the track and just gave him the opportunity to be fast as he could be.
And that always helps. The more laps you can get on a racetrack, usually the better you will be at the said racetrack. But Tommy V, I believe that'll wrap it up here at Pocono with the NMNTS. Another great broadcast, another great race. A big thank you to those guys for letting us come over here and broadcast these exciting races. And I want to say thanks to everybody who is watching on YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, check us out on Facebook. Check out the NMNTS on Facebook as well. And before we sign off, I know Tom has a couple of sponsors that we definitely want to highlight before we shut it all down. So Tom, take it away.
Yeah, definitely, Dewey. Good job tonight yourself. Tom Jenks up in the booth. Awesome job yet again. We appreciate your hard work up there. Big thanks to NMNTS Monday Night Thunder Series presented by Motorsins Racing Magazine. Another quality race that's put on here in these trucks. Good to see that happening again. Another big shout out to our primary sponsors tonight, Hancock's Oil Can Hancock's. Go check them out at www.oilhancocks.com. Shop the promo code Thunder17. Get yourself some pretty nice fragrances. They got some pretty cool products online there. And that'll do it for us tonight, Dewey. Great running, No Brakes TV. Thank you guys very much. We're going to check out here from this level evening here at Pocono. We hope to catch up with you next week and look forward. I think our next race will be tomorrow evening. We'll be calling the Grand National Series. So we'll see you again tomorrow, Dewey. Have a great night, everybody out there in YouTube land, and thanks for tuning in. Make sure you give us a like and a share if you don't mind.